Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our daily Oracle and Tarot card reading. And today's reading will be for Tuesday, August the 11th. All week, we will be using the Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Oracle deck, which is one of my absolute favorite decks. And let's get started with the reading. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. Take a card from the center. Okay, let's seek a wise elder, and let's take the card from the top, okay, which is move away from a difficult situation, and let's take the bottom card. Okay, and this is return from the underworld, engage life. Okay, so seek a wise elder. Okay, a very wise man, full beard, gray hair. He looks like he's lived his life. He has a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. Okay? And what I get from Spirit with this card when I look at him is there is someone in your life, and everyone knows who that is, that you can always turn to for the best advice. And a lot of us out there fear asking for advice, so we don't appear weak or lost. But really, I say this all the time, people are more than flattered for you to ask their advice. That shows that you trust them. That shows that their opinion and their outlook on things really matter to you. We all have someone in our life, and it may not be somebody older than you. It could be somebody younger than you. There's a lot of people out there that, to me, appear as old souls because it seems like they're just so much more mature and more advanced and more worldly than their actual age is. So when we look at this card, Seek a Wise Elder, this is a card where someone out there needs some serious advice. They need someone to give them a different perspective on whatever it is that they're going through right now. And again, you know who this is in your life. You know who you could go to. You know who you could seek your counseling from. This is the card stating to do just that. And again, it doesn't have to be someone older. It doesn't have to be someone, looking, as a more mature type of knowledgeable man. Again, I have friends, family members that are much younger than myself that I would consider to be very knowledgeable and very worldly compared to some older people that I may know, and vice versa. But yes, this is saying to seek some type of advice or knowledge from someone who's maybe been through what you're going through, and they can give you some sound advice. And the next card is move away from a difficult situation. And just that, the advice that you may get from this person, okay, is going to tell you to do just that, to step back from the situation, to separate yourself from it. Situations can be so draining, and what I get from this card when I look at it is, yeah, that's exactly what's going on. You have to move away from whatever it is in order to gain some clarity. It's like looking at a painting. If you're right up on top of it, okay, you're not going to notice the details that you see when you step back a few steps and take it into full view. Okay, this card here saying move away means don't keep beating yourself up over it. Don't keep banging your head against the wall trying to figure it out. Whatever it is, it just is. And the sooner we become more accepting of situations that we have no control over, instead of resisting them and fighting them and wishing they were something else, the better off we're going to be. Be happy to know that you could move on from a situation, with possibly the advice, or maybe this person that gave you the advice is actually confirming what you felt was the right thing to do, and so you're putting it into action, to move away and step back, maybe not permanently, okay, but just enough room, give it just enough room, okay, not to smother it or try to do too much to try to reconcile it at this point, but to just step back, Step back and allow whatever's going to happen with the situation happen on its own. This is telling me not to force matters at this time. And then the last card is return from the underworld, engage life. And when I think of this card and I look at it and it has like an icy blue feel to it, okay, what I'm thinking of is returning and engaging to life. More or less getting out of your head. I spend a lot of time in my head trying to think things out when sometimes you got to just move away from the situation and not try to figure it out. This card here, return from the underworld, engage life. Yes, it's great to sit in meditation. It's great to have your alone time, your quiet time, your solitude. But this is telling me to become a little bit more active, okay, with people around you maybe. Be a little less introverted, okay? This is telling me to get involved in other things. Okay, not to be so wrapped up in your problems, but engage yourself in something. Maybe something one-on-one. I know I don't like to be in crowds of people, but I don't mind being with a person one-on-one. And this is telling us to do just that. Don't become so withdrawn and so in your mind that life is passing you by. Okay, there's a time and place for everything, and this card is urging you to come out of your mind and get back into your life somehow. Engage yourself in something that's enjoyable. Engage life. Don't shut down. That's what this card is saying to me. Do not shut down. Even when things seem impossible and you just want to go within and just lock the door and push everybody away, this is saying no, it's not a time to do that. Distance yourself from the difficult situation you're going through. Yes, okay? But don't disengage from everyone and everything in the process, because that's just a one-way ticket to the doldrums. And engage life. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I'll be back.